We have another week 1 of an FRC season in the books. We got some upsets, we got some smiley bots, a whole lot to talk about, so let's talk about it. First, we start off with the Canadian Pacific Regional. Stop me if you heard this one before. The Hawaiian kids winning the Canadian Pacific Regional. This is their third time competing at this event, and it is their third W. They led their 1 seed of the Crusaders and Strike against the 2 seed of More Robo Dogs, Forge Robotics, and Team Spider. If you're keeping track at home, that's 6 robots on that field at the Canadian Pacific Regional, and only one of them is Canadian. Both finals matches had nearly identical scores, with the autos staying close, despite the Hawaiian kids being a certified bucket, draining 5 auto shots as Forge got 3. Strike's bot died at midfield, but RoboDogs got a ring stuck in their intake, so it effectively became a 2v2. Forge worked to chip away at the deficit while Spider went to climb. The 2 Hawaiian teams got up for red, and 359's stage ring almost went in, as Spider got that last second climb, but Red still got it done in this one. Onto the Quebec Regional. Worth noting that this event was week 5 last year. What does this season have against scheduling regionals for week 5? There are only 4 regionals scheduled for week 5 this year. The 1 seed of Astro, Tech for Kids, and Les Carnicas took on the 3 seed of Rikitik, Old Time AGT, and LA Tech. This was a rematch of playoff match 11 as these finals usually go, and the 3 seed got the win in that one after Astro had Shrubs with their robot. Also worth noting that Rikitik and Tech for Kids won this event last year together, so one of these teams would be repeating. Despite the trubs that Astro had earlier, they did not have any problems in this one, as the 3 seed had no answers for the onslaught of rings, even with 3550 playing defense. Blue had all bots move in an auto for multi-ring shots, and while some didn't find their target, some did, which gave them the lead, and they never looked back. This one came down to cycle times, with Red unable to keep up with or slow down the other side. Top this off with a last-second climb from 3990 in Finals Match 2 for the exciting win. Moving on to the Lake Superior Regional. The 1 seed of Hilltopper Robotics and Nightcrawler defeated the 7 seed of Red Raider Robotics, RoboHawks, and Thorbots. Week 1. And we already got 7 seeds in the finals. The 1 seed won the first finals match by a wide margin, but the 7 seed came out of auto with the lead. The tandem of Hilltoppers and Nightcrawler went after the speaker, while 7915 played effective defense. Look, there's even defense! Hilltopper Robotics and Nightcrawler parked in endgame as Blue tried to get a few more shots in, but it was too little too late for them. On to Northern Lights with the 3 seed of Topper Bots, Tonka Bots, and Talons taking down the 2 seed of No Mythic, Ultraviolet, and Otternauts. Let's just take a moment and appreciate the Otternauts. This is cute. I just need you all to see this. I like this. These 2 squads matched up in playoff match 8 where the 2 seed won it, but the 3 seed came back with a vengeance. They got the lead in auto, with Red's misses helping extend their lead. 6147 went for an early dunk, bold strategy. Red's scoring tightened this one right up, and it looked like we were going to a tiebreaker. Red got all 3 robots up off the ground, but it still wasn't enough. On to Utah, where the 3 seed took down the 2 seed. Didn't I just say this? I just read this off. The 3 seed of the Kraken and Angel Botics took down the 2 seed of Pair of Dice Robotics, Ravens, and Robo Bronx. Who says the 1 seed has to have all the fun? The 2 seed coasted through the 7, 6, and 5 seeds, while the 3 seed had to work their way out of the lower bracket after falling to the 6 seed early by way of a 5-point penalty. Basically, all of these playoff matches were nail-biters, especially these finals. Red got the early lead with their multi-ring autos, and it stayed that way for most of the match. This one was a rather defensive match with all these robots slowing each other down, as well as rings not finding their marks. Both sides only got 1 bot off the ground, and by the numbers, Red wins this one. But sometimes 15 points of penalty can help. Now we have a thriller in South Florida with Children of the Swamp and Spam teaming up as the 1 seed. Children of the Swamp won the Orlando Regional last year with Spam, won the South Florida Regional last year against Spam, and they also won the Orlando Regional together back in 2022. We really haven't seen 179 and 180 this close since the number line. They got the win in match 1, but the 3 seed of the Ninjaneers, Buccaneer Robotics, and BB Raiders wanted the tiebreak. Blue tightened down their defense as Ninjaneers' high shots let them take the lead in a close one. Swamp and Spam clawed away at the deficit and then got off the ground, but it wasn't enough. We need a third match. Match 3 saw Spam missing all their rings and auto as the BB Raiders got points for style. A lower scoring affair with both sides having trouble with the speaker, but Swamp hit him with this ankle breaker to avoid Blue's defense. The 3 seed had a 10-point lead going into endgame as the red human player got a ring on and all 3 bots got up, and boy howdy does a little go a long way because the tiebreaker ends in a tie. You know what that means?
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one. We need a 4th match. Roll the footage. Welcome to week 1, everybody. Moving on then to the Greater Pittsburgh Regional, with the 2 seed of Respawn Robotics, Ozone, and Girls of Steel, shout out all girls team, took down the 8 seed. The 8 seed? What? Got 7 seeds, now we got 8 seeds? The 8 seed of Operation Orange, Gur, and Warbots. The 1 seed of Flying Circuits, Ranger Robotics, and Devil Tech lost to the 8 seed after Ranger Robotics had shooter issues, which put them on defense, and then got caught up in the blue stage area, which resulted in a boatload of penalty points. They then got upset by the 5 seed in a very close and very clean match. The 2 seed got the dub in the first finals match by a lot, but match 2 proved to be a whole lot closer. Both these sides got a lot of rings and auto, and Red actually put together faster cycles than Blue and put more rings into amplified speakers than Blue. We really could have had a 3rd match, but it came down to 2 things. Blue got all 3 of their robots parked in endgame, and 15 points of penalty. Got a whole lot of endgame stage contact. Yeah, that's rough. Now taking a look at the Monterey Regional in Monterey, Mexico, with the 2 seed of Overture and Peñoles beating the 1 seed of Lambot and Botbusters, which is rather shocking because Lambot and the Botbusters have won a lot of regionals. And because the 1 seed got the dub earlier in playoff match 11 by a hefty margin and event record. But the 2 seed got a close win in finals 1. And Overture came out with a 5-ring auto that could not miss if it tried. Red also wasn't as precise with their shots in this one, and struggled to keep up with scoring. Both sides attempted defense to no avail as they all raced around to get those cycles in. Only one robot got on stage in the endgame, but this one was decided by all those rings. You can't spell week 1 without Port Hueneme. Why is that pronounced Hueneme? I know this has nothing to do with the event at all, but I just need to air my grievance out. That does not spell Hueneme. That is Hueneme. Regardless, this regional was stacked. We had Peninsula Robotics, reigning champion High Tide, Pally Robotics, the Circuit Breakers, and the Greybots, just to name a few, all battling to see whose alliance would come out on top. Let's see who came out on top. None of them. Wait, what California team won then? They're not from California. What state are they from? The hell is the Netherlands? Is that near Rhode Island? The 1 seed faced the 2 seed in playoff match 11, but came up short in a close one. They were then eliminated by the 4 seed in the lower bracket after High Tide and Peninsula Robotics had intake issues, leaving the top 2 scorers at this event as defense bots. That left us with the 2 seed versus the 4 seed, with the Millennium Falcons and Rembrandts rapid firing an auto, and Team Paradox not freaking out this time at the start of teleop. This game really could have gone either way, as both finals matches were very close, but defense wins championships. It wins championships! And we ain't seen defense like the Steel Stingers and their Smiley bot. How can you be mad at this? They look like a regular Matumbo, which is okay if you do not know who that is. Point being, they blocked a lot of shots. In fact, they are responsible for 10 misses on 16 shot attempts for Blue, and believe me, I counted. Red got 2 bots on stage, while Blue just got 1. But the real difference maker was all that defense. We have defense. There's defense. After I calmed down from oogling and all that defense from Port Hueneme, we turned to Silicon Valley. Now you may note that the Silicon Valley Regional was week 4 last year, and there's a new Berkeley Regional scheduled for week 5, so that's probably why they moved some stuff around. California will do anything to fit more teams in, except move to the district model. The conundrum of the Silicon Valley Regional. Did the Citrus Circuits win this one because they literally invented the game? Or did they win this one because they are the Citrus Circuits? The Circuits were actually the second-ranked team behind the Blazing Bulldogs, who selected them because who wants to be on the business end of this auto? The 1 seed got the commanding win in match 1, 129-90, with no penalty points. That's clean. Is this the record for week 1? That's hard to beat. 129 with no penalty? Blue got the advantage from auto, and this was just a race to outscore the other side. We did see hard hits as all bots raced around as fast as possible, and 581 had connection issues, which gave the wiggle room the 3 seed needed to force a third match. Same start in auto with the Quicksilvers stealing a note from Citrus. Control-Alt-Defeat played assist, sending notes Blue's way to speed up cycle time. That's a clever strategy. This one was anyone's to take, but the Quicksilvers had intake issues which put them on defense. And this is a very, very tough alliance to try to defend. What the 1C didn't get at the speaker, they got with the triple climb in a nail biter that was closer than numbers suggest. Thank you for watching. I hope you like the new format. If you're a new viewer, this is the format I've always had. And if you are a new viewer, you may have noticed that I didn't talk about the district events. I only talk about the regional events. If I talked about every single event, I would go insane. There are 133 events and then worlds. I will go insane. But I do want to at least address some of the district events, or at least some of the teams competing in some of the moments that I might miss in a separate video. So if there are highlights from district events, send them my way. I will be back here tomorrow, hopefully, for that video. And next week for all the Week 2 regionals. So have fun, stay safe, and remember. Hi, Thesaurus Dinosaurus from the future here. Forgot to mention the fact that there is no footage from the Brazil regional stream, so I'm unable to review that since I can't watch it. And the Smoky Mountain Regional is happening as I was writing and recording this. So I will add that to my Week 2 regionals, which you will see because you're going to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on it. Okay, goodbye. Gracious in victory, professional in defeat. Amen.
It's going to be our Blue Alliance with the lead going into this match. 21-02, spinning around like crazy over there on the blue line side of the field. They've found their footing now, sending a shot over to our Q. 60-36, popping one up for the Red Alliance. 44-14 doing the same in the amp.